Sports Star Texans, Bills at NRG Stadium. No C.J. Stroud, though. No Jalen Petrie. Davis Mills will be making his third straight start for the Houston Texans. The Bills, healthy scratch for wide receiver Keon Coleman again. That all gets underway coming up at 6:30 with the pregame right here.
If you smoke, take it outside. Get the facts at don'tpassgas.org.
This is Extra Innings with Pleasure.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Rock and roll! The Texans win it!
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
That ball is history. A walk-off home run.
And it's going to be legendary.
James Pledger wraps your day with insight, opinion, plenty of sarcasm, and of course, your calls. He'll even pour a beer out the door for his favorite story of the day. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. Now, here's Pledge.
What's up, Danger? Can't stop me now.
Welcome into Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I am James Pledger. Thank you for joining me, however you may be joining me. Whether that's 94.1 on your FM dial, if you happen to be locked in and listening live at sasportstar.com, BRAA Best Bail Bonds audio player, or if you're watching the show live on our YouTube channel. That's right, we stream all of our shows via the YouTube, whether that is the Morning Huddle from 6 to 10 with AJ and Rob, whether that's the Blitz with Jason and Joe from 2 to 6, or right here on Extra Innings with Pleasure from 6 to 7. Of course, only going until 6:30 tonight. It is a Texans game night. Of course, Thursday night football, Sunday night football, Monday night football. The NFL, brought to you by Westwood One, is brought to you by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. And we will have Texans Bills for you tonight right here. It's all brought to you via Flight by Yingling. And earlier this morning on the Morning Huddle, AJ and Vic previewing a little bit of Thursday night football as we've got the Houston Texans getting set to take on the Buffalo Bills.
The lines right now, listen, this game jumped from 3.5 to 6. And most of that happened because they announced that CJ Stroud was not going to play. So I think that what they were saying was the line would have been 3.5 if CJ Stroud did play, because a lot of people thought he was going to. I don't really know why they thought he was going to, because it's a short week. It seemed unlikely. But now that you know there's no CJ Stroud, it's hard to. I mean, I guess maybe you think the Bills just get shut down completely. That Texans defense just stops everybody. But the line's up to Bills as 6-point road favorites. That has been schemed very hard. I think the Bills win. I don't know. They win by 6. The Texans defense is legit. I don't think that they are going to score enough to make it like a 3-point game or anything like that. I don't think I'll be sweating it at the very end, but I do think the Bills should get the job done. This is a huge game for both these teams, though. Obviously bigger for the Texans when you get to being at 5-5. Your wiggle room is running out. They're 3 games behind the Colts in a division where there's not likely to be a wild card. The Bills sit at 7-3, but it feels like the mountain to climb against New England is so big now because they're a game and a half out, but the Patriots already have a win in hand against them. And the Patriots have won 8 games in a row. Seems like the Patriots are never going to lose again because their schedule is so weak. So the Bills can't really afford to fall any further back in division. You are also trying to make sure every game you win, it makes it more difficult for the Ravens or the Chiefs to find a way into the playoffs, which I know the Bills are caring about that. So a meaningful, impactful Thursday night game on the standings. I think that you get and the Texans have won 2 games in a row also. I think you're getting their best effort right now. They could have rolled over and died sitting at 3-5. They've not, and I got to give them credit for that. This is not a team that has quit on things. So as far as how the game itself goes, the Davis Mills, who is 211 and a half passing yards is the number. There's no way he's going to throw for that. So if this game is competitive, it's because the Texans run the football all day. And my guess is they do that. Woody Marks has kind of taken over the role as the RB1. Nick Chubb kind of, I think last week got his fewest carries, his smallest workload of the season so far. So I think Woody Marks carries the ball a lot. His total's at 57 and a half. I think he probably carries more than that. And then on the other side, I think it's going to be very difficult for the Bills to run. James Cook, his number set at 75 and a half. I'd probably look at lower than that just because it's very difficult to run on this Texans D. And I think it's going to have to be the Josh Allen show. And with no Dalton Kincaid again tonight, it's going to be up to one of these bummy-ass receivers to do something. So it makes me, all that being said, it kind of makes me like the under. I think this is a low-scoring game, total sitting at 45. I don't think this gets to 45 points. So with no C.J. Stroud and the Bills' offense being probably one-dimensional tonight, makes it hard for me to think this thing gets any margin. Daniel Rodriguez says, Josh Allen, 8-0 on Thursday nights, and Davis Mills has never won 3 in a row. Go Texans. Well, good luck to you. Good luck to you. Yeah. But this does also feel like the kind of game the Bills would lose this season. A game like, okay, you had your bad moment, and everybody went, oh, you guys suck. You guys suck. What's going on here? And then you come up the next week and you beat the Bucs pretty handily, and then everybody goes, oh, okay, everything's going to be okay. And then that's when you get hammered again. So I don't know. I hope that's not the case, but we should have at least a competitive game over there on Thursday Night Football on Prime. And of course, you can hear that on our station. You can watch it at the Anchor Bar. That's where we'll be watching it. The Blitz going to be out there from 2 to 6 with Flight by Yingling. So Bills Texans get it going here. The Texans, that 2-game win streak that I talk about, both with majority of Davis Mills at the helm, it's hard to get too excited because it was the Jags and the Titans. The Titans are the worst team in football by far, and they beat them by 3 points. They beat the Jags at home by a touchdown. I don't know that I'm thinking like, oh, something's really changed with the Texans. They've been very fortunate. The wins that they do have this year, 2 against the Titans, 1 against the Jags, 1 against the 49ers with Mac Jones, and 1 against the Ravens with Cooper Rush. So far it's been easy to beat the worst quarterbacks in the league, Cam Ward and Cooper Rush and Mac Jones and Trevor Lawrence. I would say Josh Allen probably a different animal, and I got a feeling that he has some success throwing the ball around if they're willing to throw. That's what's been the problem for the Bills the last few months, even really all season, is they have not been much of a throwing team. They've not asked Josh to throw a lot. I think a lot of it is they don't trust their wide receivers. A lot of it is Josh is holding on to the ball a little longer, and they've had some success running. I think on a night where you're not going to have a lot of success running the football, I think Josh Allen's probably just too much for these Texans.
Well, AJ definitely feeling his own team tonight because, yeah, you shouldn't have a lot of confidence in having throwing success against the Houston Texans when you've got Kalen Bullock on the back end and Derek Stingley Jr. and Kamari Lassiter and the no-name receivers having any type of success against that kind of lineup. Where you would have success is Josh Allen just being able to break the pocket and make something happen on his own. But that is something that Josh Allen has struggled with against the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans played them last year. Josh Allen was the MVP of the NFL and statistically had one of the worst games of his entire career. That includes his rookie season against that Houston defense. So to feel like this is going to be some sort of layup because the Texans offense is bad and can't get points on the field. No, the Texans defense has kept them in every single game this year. They were within a score against the Rams late. They were within a score against the Bucs late. As a matter of fact, Baker Mayfield had to drive them down and beat them. Same goes for Bo Nix and the Broncos. The Seahawks, I'll give you that. That game never felt like it was a one-score game, even though it ended up being a one-score game. But that is the only game that the Texans have thoroughly been beaten out of. They have, despite not beating the good teams, have at least made them confident. And the Bills, well, they've played down to certain competition. And when you look at it, they've got that 30-13 loss to the Dolphins that has them looking up at the New England Patriots right now. And as a matter of fact, they also lost to those New England Patriots. So the Buffalo offense has been hit and miss, and it all depends on whether they can run the football or not. If they can run the football, then they have offensive success. If they can't, things seem to fall apart. Anthony Moreno asking if I have any bets with AJ. I haven't seen AJ, so no, I've got no bets with him going on. But I do think this will be a close game. And if he would have given me the 6.5 that is the line is being, I'd take it. If CJ Stroud was playing, I'd bet money line. With Davis Mills playing, I'm 50-50 on whether I pick the Texans to outright win. We'll find out as we get a little bit closer to kickoff. But when we come back, we'll talk some Texans. Martin, I see you on the line, or we'll talk some Cowboys. Martin, I see you on the line there. Hold on. Your phone calls and Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys, his reaction to the acquisitions, their play on Monday night, and their upcoming game against the Eagles and Cowboys. That's all coming up right here on Extra Innings with Pleasure on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 and monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at tmobile.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
You know what's funny is driving here this morning, JD turns on his Nerdball Google Talker map thing. I swear to God, it started talking in the southern slang.
It did.
It really did. I caught it immediately. Now, if y'all are hungry, go up 2 more lights and take a left.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm. How can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J.Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
At J.Crew Factory, we think shopping should be fun, really fun, as in scoring our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J.Crew Factory store. This holiday season, discover perfect presents for you and your crew. Shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J.Crew Factory, where we have incredible deals every single day. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1783. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1783. That's 800-575-1783. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Find great savings at our Red Tag sales event at North Park Chevy in Castroville. Get $15,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Silverado 1500s. Save $10,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Silverado Heavy Duty. Buy a new 2026 Equinox for the low price of $24,999. Or get a 2026 Traverse for $36,999. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet by Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
94.1.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Coming up here in just a few minutes, we're taking you to Thursday Night Football down in Houston as West 1-1 will bring you the call. It is presented by Fight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer, down in Houston. Texans, Bills, that's coming up. But we're going to talk Cowboys before we get to that. And Martin's patiently been waiting on the line. And, of course, I'll always take your calls, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. You want to be a part of the conversation? Martin, what's going on, my man? What'd you want to talk about with the Cowboys?
Well, the Cowboys realistically aren't going to make the playoffs this year, but those two acquisitions are great. But I think next year they need to get some safety and corner help because, Diggs and Bland, coming from those injuries, they did their job when they were healthy, but we need to get strong back there, and they need to find a way to keep Pickens because man, he's a monster,
Sure.
Now he's something else.
Why can't they make this year?
It's just I think it's a little too late. I'm a realist. I'm a true Cowboy fan, not just to wear the shirts and all that.
No, I hear that, but what you changed out 6 to 7 pieces on that defense. You basically revamped that entire defense last week, and we saw the results. Granted, it was against a bad Las Vegas team, but we've seen them against bad teams look a lot worse. This time, they look like they should have against a bad team. What's not to think that defense, with the addition of Quinnen Williams and DeMarvion Overshown and Logan Wilson and Donovan Wilson in the back end in the secondary and Malik Hooker in the back end at safety and Siobhan Revel in that cornerback group alongside with Bland playing out there and Kalen Carson with the way he's played as of late. What's to make you think that can't help turn that defense around to where that offense doesn't have to be at its absolute best every week, scoring 40 points a game anymore? What about the Eagles' offense has said that they can score 15 points?
It's just the Cowboys, It's just the Cowboys.
And they always split with the Eagles.
That's true.
And what about the Chiefs has shown that they're that dominant force that they've been, other than the name Chiefs and the quarterback Patrick Mahomes? What have they showed this year to you that have made you go, that's a team that I fear?
No one fears them. They're a cooked turkey now.
Exactly. And then you got the Commanders, the Giants, and the Vikings down the stretch. Your only two real threats are the Lions, who just scored 9 points against that Eagles defense, and the Chargers, who just laid a dub last week, too.
I hear you, brother, but next year would be great. Just get some corner help. And
all right, so you punted on this year. I got you, Martin. All right.
Okay, but
true fan, punted on the year. Good job, my man.
You know what I'm more excited about? The Cougars getting a 7-footer center.
I'm sure you are, my man. College basketball season is here. Thank you, Martin. I appreciate the call as always. Look, the Cowboys, they don't have to win out, but they can't drop more than one. And to think that the teams in front of them are world beaters, they're not. They're not. And it's unfortunate that the beginning of this season and how bad the defense was has put Cowboys fans in this situation. And I get it, because as a Texans fan, the offense puts me in a very similar spot. But to think that the way that defense has been overhauled, that it can't match half of what the offense does and come from like 31st to like 16th. And if you pair that with the way the offense has played, they can make a run. They can make it interesting. And all you have to do is get in the dance. And what do I say every year? The hottest team is usually the one that makes the Super Bowl and usually wins it. You want to peak at the right time. You don't want to peak too early. You just got to get it all together and going at the right time. And the Cowboys could be getting healthy and peak at the right time. Would I bet on it? No. Would I completely discount it? Also no, because look at the talent on that side of the ball now. With everything that they had coming back. That's a lot. I appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. We've got Thursday Night Football presented by Fight by Yingling. Texans and Bills coming up next right here on San Antonio Sports Star. We're your home for Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football. Don't forget to call your loved ones, check on them. You never know what people are going through in life, and a simple, hey, how you doing, can change everything for it. This world is better with you in it. Thank y'all for joining me. We will see you tomorrow night right back here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Don't forget Brian Schottenheimer tomorrow morning on the Morning Huddle.
Oh, hey, welcome to gift wrapping. Whoa, Zoe Saldana.
Hey, can you wrap these, please?
Wow, iPhone 17s. You splurged.
At T-Mobile, you can get 4 iPhone 17s on them. The new center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. It's the perfect gift for everyone.
I'm the